ball. Drop $1,000 on the bar when I said hello. They don't make them like me anymore. Getting dirty with my boys on the bourbon floor. About to put the town on lockdown. Another Friday night with the lights out. They don't make them like me anymore. Getting dirty with my boys on the bourbon floor. Yeah, bourbon legends never die. From the backwoods to the big time. Sipping on my drink like it's holy water. With a little bit of my boys on the bourbon floor. With a little bit of my boys on the bourbon floor. With a little bit of my boys on the bourbon floor. Like a wrecking ball. Drop $1,000 on the bar when I said hello. They don't make them like me anymore. Getting dirty with my boys on the bourbon floor. About to put the town on lockdown. Another Friday night with the lights out. They don't make them like me anymore. Getting dirty with my boys on the bourbon floor. Yeah, bourbon legends never die. From the backwoods to the big time. Sipping on my drink like it's holy water. With a little bit of my boys on the bourbon floor. With a little bit of my boys on the bourbon floor. With a little bit of my boys on the bourbon floor.
There we go. There we go. Hey, can you hear me? All right, perfect. Hey guys, let me welcome to Bourbon Legends. We made it. We finished the live, jumped all the way into a whole nother studio, Marty.
Yeah.
And here we are. We left live from the patio, joined the Bourbon Legends. Got some guys backstage. They'll be joining us shortly. But tonight we are doing our normal Wednesday night. Tonight's theme is allocated bottles. And so each of the legends is going to come on and tell us about their allocated bottle, why they chose it, and we'll probably drink a little bit of something on it. And I will start off, Marty, and you'll go next. I'm going to go with the real allocated bottle here. Let me pick the right camera. Coy Hill, Jack Daniels Coy Hill, boys and girls, coming in at 130 proof. I got to say, that bottle's not much left. it wasn't as good as I'd hoped it to be. I know a lot of people loved Coy Hill.
Maybe it is now.
Maybe it is now. We'll try it here in just a little bit. But Coy Hill, I'm gonna get me a pour of that here in a second. But in the meantime, Marty Marr, the bourbon nerd, is in studio with me. What you got there, Marty Marr?
What's up, guys? I was gonna drink some of that Coy Hill too, but I did bring a little E.H. Taylor small batch. You know, it's still allocated.
In most places. Why'd you pick the small batch?
I don't know. I just
Was that your favorite allocated bottle you had there, Marty?
why, Lord, no.
No, not so
I'll
much.
have some more allocated bottles when I go home.
Oh, what's that doing there?
Right?
Oh, you'll have more when you go home. Why is that?
I just will. I mean, because I'm gonna get back on the Legends.
Oh, you mean when you go home, you'll get on the show with more? I thought you meant you had something delivered or something. Okay. All right, we're going to now.
He got me confused.
We're going to bring one of the legends on himself, Mr. Roger Randall. Roger, you go first tonight.
Oh, okay, good.
What's
Hey, I
going on,
appreciate all of Marty's guitar work on the intro song. I just got to say, that is spectacular guitar work, and we couldn't ask for a better guitar player.
Thank you,
So
thank you.
Yeah, he worked hard on that.
my allocated one, I chose the Shanks,
Oh yeah.
the 2023 version of Shanks, and it's a Michter's product. Not seeing a lot. You see it a little bit here and there in the stores. This happens to be a Kentucky sour mash. It's distilled and bottled in Kentucky. Typically, it's available at the distillery, but they do release some of it limited allocations out to certain states and markets. I know this year they did a product, the Bombergers PFG, which is probably is ranking up there as far as some people's
Bottle of the
bourbon of
year.
the year. Yeah, but these I find are always good. Each year you get them, if you get the Michter's and they offer them available, you got to buy them because you're just not going to see them that often. This one's a little bit lower proof. It's about 91.2 proof, decent little proof. Its sister bottle is the Bombergers,
Oh,
which just sits at about 108 proof for 2023. And I happened to get lucky and get both of these in a little 2-pack that they offered at the distillery.
buy one get one free, right, Roger? Is buy one get one free?
That's what I told the wife.
Of course. There you go.
Mhm.
It was buy one get one free. But the key thing there is if you get to Michter's, and we're going to have a little series about it here about what to do when you get there. But if you get to Michter's early in the morning, you get lined up. You'll see people out on the sidewalk lined up. They'll let you know real quick if they have anything to allocated to distribute that morning or offer some special passes for the day. And it's kind of fun because they don't do it much in advance. And some days you get there and there's nobody in line, and some days there'll be down the street. So it's a lot of fun.
So tell us take a sip and let us know what you think, what you got going on there.
Well, see, I had to pull up my Bourbon Legends Glen Topper,
Oh, yeah.
my Bourbon Legends Glencairn. It's got a really distinct caramel nose, and I think with them, when Michter's does a sour mash type process, it's got that same funk to the nose to it a little bit. Low proof, but it's just it just glides across the tongue, but then it still hangs on. It has got a finish that goes forever. You can still taste it. It's a little bit higher rye content in it, but not too bad. But it's really, really tasty. Nice little low proofer to have. I think the Bomberger's kind of we did a little review on that this last weekend. It kind of shook up the whole thing. We thought it was much higher than it was. So it's always those are fun if you can find them, and you can grab one or the other and enjoy it. And cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Thank you, Roger. We're gonna send Roger backstage. We're gonna bring on a legend in his own. Chill Will Rocco. What do you call yourself?
Hey.
Will, you call yourself the I took you off stage. Hold on. We get you back and we're gonna get you solo. You call yourself the middle
Mid-level celebrity. It's just kind of a joke in the group, you know. So for a while, I was showing up in basically every Bourbon Channel's live feeds and comments. So got a little bit of notoriety there for a moment, but it's already passed. So here we are.
No, you're more famous than ever. There are now 14 people that are watching you. They're not just listening to your chat; they're watching you right now. 14.
Wow, that's
people.
amazing.
You're creeping on the come up.
Yeah, you're creeping on the come up right now.
That's right.
So, Will,
that's
what's
right.
your allocated bottle? What's your allocated bottle?
Well, I don't know if it's really allocated where you're at or wherever other people are, but this Redwood Empire Haystack Needle, it's really difficult for me to get here. So that's the bottle I chose tonight. And I also chose it because it's a really great bottle. So it's 116 proof, 51% corn, 44% rye, 2.5% wheat, 2.5 malted barley. So it's a 4 grains aged 8 years. And I just really enjoy it. And it's a cool looking bottle too. You know, the bark that's embossed on the glass, you know, that's really kind of a cool thing. So
have we even seen?
I like redwood anyway. Y'all might be able to see some of the redwood back here. But to me, it's a really good drink. It's not too hot. You get a little bit of caramel at first on the nose. This has been open for a few minutes, so the ethanol is kind of dissipated already. But there's a little oakiness and a little floral note that you get on the nose. Really, really pleasant overall. And the palate, it starts out like a kind of a sweet cherry. And then you start getting a little bit of caramel, and then you start getting the rye spice, since it is kind of a higher rye. And then the finish, that rye spice just kind of hangs on. It's kind of peppery, and the finish just lasts for a while and kind of fades into just a light sweet cherry. So, I mean, to me, it's an excellent pour. If you can find it, pick one up.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to send you backstage for a minute. I'll bring us all back on when I get done here. We're going to bring on Mike Brock. This will be Mike's first time on the stage. My man, Mike Brock, how are you tonight, sir?
Good evening. You caught me in the middle of pouring my pour.
Well, there you go. Perfect then.
And I'm having Weller 107. And I can't think of anything bad to say about this bottle except it's about half gone. So and they're hard to find, but they just keep getting better every time I go to it. I really like that bottle.
Yeah, it's a good bottle.
Oh, that's one everybody's looking for. It's definitely allocated. We've been fortunate enough in our area to be able to find that one fairly readily. What do you like so much about that 107, Mike? I know it's all over Indiana. It's just got to be everywhere.
No, it's actually very, very hard to find here in Indiana. I have better luck going to Kentucky and picking one up occasionally, or going over to Ohio when it's there. But then you got to play the roulette game of, is it the right delivery day, if you will, at the stores you go into. But no, what I like about it the most is, you know, on the nose, you get that real fruity thing to me, fruity smell. Then when you taste it, you get the cherry, you get a little bit of the cinnamon, and it's just pleasant all the way through. And it's just not bad to go to. And I think the only way you can mess it up is to not drink it. So.
No, I agree with you. What do you think of the other Wellers, Mike? I may crack one of those too here in a minute when we get back around.
Well, the Weller Foolproof is not my favorite. This is my favorite Weller. The single barrel, of course, I've never had. The CYPB, it's mad at me at most. And everybody talks about that, you know, they want the rainbow, but there's a couple in the rainbow that I don't really care for. The Special Reserve on any given night, to me, is as good as any of them.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that CYPB.
And that's what gets me is everybody talks about all the tasting notes and all this, that, and the other. And this is what you're supposed to get off the bottle. I'm sorry, I taste what I taste. And if it's good that night, it's good. If it's not, I'll get another bottle.
Yeah, Mike, tell the guys about your stash of blind bottles that you keep behind you there on your shelf.
Well, if you can see this back here, there's about, I don't know, there's 80 something bottles up there right now, I think. And the only thing they have on them is a number. And they've been up there for over a year, and they get replaced from time to time, but the number always changes. And every now and then I'll get my wife to come in here and pick me 3 bottles, 3 little bottles. And they're, of course, the 2-ounce sample bottles. Pick me 3 bottles and set them down there, and we'll do a blind. And I'll sit there and I'll do a blind. And like I said, I have no idea anymore what's in any of the bottles. So
those are always fun. As you know, watching us do those blinds, man, we don't know anything about whiskey.
No, and it's amazing on any given night. On any given night, you'd be surprised what can win out. I mean, we were talking about Special Reserve Weller there a while ago. I mean, it won a blind, and at this point, I don't even remember what it was that I blinded it against. But it was shocking to think that it could stand up to that. So,
well, you remember we did that turkey blind, and 101 beat them all out for Jamie and I anyway.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Mike. I'm going to bring on another legend here. The man, the myth, the legend. There he is, the Bourbon Santa himself, Craig.
First of all, I want to commend you on a great job getting Justin Moore to sing that entry song.
Yeah.
You know, he's an Arkansas boy as well. I don't know how you pulled that off, but kudos.
Yeah, I love some Justin Moore.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He said he'd only do it if Marty was playing guitar.
That's right.
I like him because he's shorter than me, you know, so I like that.
Short dude.
Hold on. So you're saying that Santa Clauses are short?
Yeah, Santa Claus is actually a I don't want to say dwarf, but come on, somebody help me out here. He's a little person.
Elf?
Yeah,
An elf. He's an elf.
He's an elf. I should know this. You know, I
So
was
he's a
training
giant
my
elf.
mind on whiskey.
He's king of the elves.
And then you throw me one of these Santa questions.
So we'll get
Can
back
I talk
to
about what I brought? What I brought in to
go.
drink tonight?
King of Kentucky. I know what you brought in. King of Kentucky.
Oh, you know, and we did not plan this. I haven't talked to any of these guys about what we were going to drink today. But hey, you can't beat it, baby. You can't beat the Weller Red Label, man. 107.
Yeah, actually, I was probably going to grab the Weller Full Proof, and we just kind of ran out of time and grabbed the Coy Hill, and it needed to be drink anyway. So tell us why you like that 107, Craig.
Well, I mean, it's near perfection, honestly. It's a nice, good, smooth weeder. I mean, you know, I could tell you all the notes, but, you know, everybody heard Mike describe it and can't really improve on what Mike said. The one thing I do want to do or say is I want to throw this out there. You know, if you join our Discord, there could be one of these in your future. Just saying. So.
Oh, what are you getting at, Craig? Are you going to drop?
I'm just teasing. There is a high possibility that someone who is a bourbon legend will be one Weller 107, Antique 107 richer by the 1st of July. Just saying.
Just saying. So what are the stipulations for those individuals to be considered to get that Weller 107?
Well, you just have to join the Discord channel, which is easiest way is to go to our webpage and join up. If you're already on Discord, you just pop over and hit join. You'll get into the Patreon page, and for a nominal fee, you can become a bourbon legend, a legendary bourbon legend.
A legendary one. How about that?
I mean, everybody thinks they're a legend, but I mean, they're not necessarily an official legend until you have that initiation process.
Oh, so there's hazing involved is what you're saying.
Well, the only hazing is having to listen to us on Wednesday nights sit here and stumble over our words. But at least today, my earbuds are working, and you don't see my big belly. I've got the camera all operated, working out, so we're good to go.
That's how it works, Greg. Each week you get a little bit better, just a little bit better each week.
Little bit, yeah. And one other thing before I go is 3 of us on here, other than Mike Brock and you and Marty, we're shooting some content. We shot 9 videos on Sunday, and they get progressively better because we get progressively drunker.
Yeah,
And
I'm
that's
still
tonight.
on.
And that's tonight. Everybody should have tuned in to Discord because it got hilarious there toward the end.
Y'all had a blast.
Uh,
Yeah, I was ill
Well,
Sunday, or I would have
let's just say this. There is one video that's already out there, and it was a surprise. And I would assume that was an allocated bottle as well, called Waffens. I don't know if too many people are familiar with that.
Yeah, I got a
But
waffle.
we reviewed the Waffen single barrel, and surprisingly, it well, you'll just have to watch that video to see how we reviewed it.
Well, we just killed that Coy Hill. So we killed a Coy Hill tonight. Live
on the patio.
Allocated bottle
on
kill.
the patio. We're a legends. This is the legend patio. The patio of legends right here. So I'll tell you what, guys. So 7:30, Marty and I will not be. We'll be on later, but we'll be over in the Discord. A lot of these people will join us over there. Pop in. Look, if you don't want to turn your camera on, if you just want to sit back in the corner like a wallflower and listen to all of the shenanigans that take place, you'll have fun. I promise it's not as scary as it sounds. It's only scary the first time. And I appreciate all you legends. And if you are a legend in the Discord, you can reach out and you could be live with us too, sharing what bottle you're going to talk about tonight. But in the meantime, I'd like to cheers everybody at home. Everybody, all of you guys there for joining us and sharing your special bottle. Cheers.
You know, I want to make a comment on that song too. I've listened to that song last week when you were on, but I really didn't pay attention. But tonight I was sitting here and I listened to it, and there's a line in there that says, "Legends never die." And all I could do was look over my shoulder. I got to go to the liquor store. I ain't got enough whiskey to last 3 weeks.
Well, I got to tell you guys, I was trying to change the word because a couple words didn't like, and I couldn't get it to work right and change the sound up. And I was like, this is perfect for us. I don't know about bourbons on the floor, on our bourbon floor, but we're gonna own it. Okay, we're gonna own that bourbon floor.
Hey, if you looked right over my shoulder and just go down and Will and Roger can attest to this, there's some bottles that's on the floor.
There's some dang good stuff on the floor.
There's some
Booker's
real
Infinite.
good stuff on the floor.
Yeah. There's top shelf stuff on the floor. But that's how a high roller rolls, you know.
That's right.
You can't hide
What is
money.
it, Mike? You can't hide money.
You can't hide money.
Can't hide money.
Might as well.
You might as well spend it on bourbon.
Might as well spend it on bourbon.
That's right. You can't take it. You can't take it with you. So spend it on bourbon. Let your kids and your grandkids have that to drink.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'd like to point out everybody needs to like, comment, and subscribe to any and all of our videos.
Please join the
We would
Discord.
love that.
Yep.
All right. There's Roger's parting words. Now we got let's see, Mike Brock.
Thanks everybody for joining. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Hit that like button on your way out. Come on over to Discord. I promise you there's nothing that can harm you over there. The worst thing you're going to do is laugh at something. So come on over and join us, and thanks.
Will, what you got to say to everybody watching?
Hey, don't save them. Open them up.
Oh, now see, that's where I agree. I agree with you.
Look at that.
Open
He's
them up.
pulling out the big guns there.
That Kentucky over there, open that up. Craig, what you got to say, Craig?
Oh, I could say a lot, but I probably shouldn't. I should probably save it till we get over to the Legends chat. Like I said, every Wednesday, some people may not understand what this Legends chat is. Every Wednesday evening, we choose a different topic. So last week or 1 week, several weeks ago, it was your toasted, whatever you liked that was toasted. It may be a cocktail night. It may be like tonight is an allocated night. And we're not that picky. If you don't have a bottle, say for instance, if we do a Maker's Mark and you have no Maker's Mark, it doesn't matter. Just pretend you have Maker's Mark. Come over and join us, because it's really more about the community getting together. A lot of friends have been made through this Discord page, and this is just an extension of it. We have meetups, different places, distillery takeovers, liquor store takeovers. So don't be afraid to jump in, even if you don't have the pour that is the theme of the night, because that's just an excuse that we have to get together, hang out, and
Drink whiskey.
shoot the bull with each other.
Bourbon Nerd, let me put you on stage. Hold on, where'd my mouse go? I lost my mouse. And just, hey, it's Bourbon Nerd. Parting words, buddy.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up. Dude, this is a great community. And you enjoy hanging out on the Discord.
Promise you. Yeah, guys, thanks for stopping by. Hit that like button. Tell everybody about us. Tell your friends about us. Come hang out with us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see y'all next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Bye. We need an outro.